between him getting onto Trig eSports and before that was like quite significant. Like over time, your expected value will go lower.
That's true.
Like what you will sign on for.
Mm-hmm. So
that's like very arguable. Like we don't know any of the numbers behind that.
That is absolutely right. You might have settled for something lower.
Like the biggest thing is like if you're gonna fabricate information and then like be on the stock market and then like propose stuff to the scene like hey, we're gonna have a big arena that we're gonna invest like thousands of dollars in, and we're gonna try to do this show with like StarCraft players. That's gonna be like I don't know, kind of like ESGN was, you know, something like that. You can't promise something tangible like that and then be unable to deliver.
Well, let's look at who else has gotten away with it in real life, not just within the realm of esports, but
what's with the sound quality?
What's the sound
yeah,
quality?
That's what I was wondering. It's like really laggy, isn't it?
It's decent
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Puck is using a voice mask. Or something that masks your voice, excuse me.
No, not at all.
No, it's this new microphone. What are you talking about?
It's not my fault though for the shitty sound quality within the whole entire call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know why it's so bad quality.
I think it's because it's probably my ISP. I've got 100 megabytes down, 20 megabytes up, but honestly, everything else in between is ass with it. Like, I drop a lot of frames when streaming in the evening, but yeah. Hang on. Personally though, I'm speaking extremely quietly. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Again,
So, but again, let's try and segue this into real life for a minute. Who the hell else has done this? Bernie Madoff, right?
yeah, but that's like to a whole nother scale, and he like actually stole money from people. Like they haven't actually stole money from anything yet. They've just had broken promises, as far as I know of, anyway.
Yes, but didn't they boast 1 million users on their website or something like that?
Yeah, but that doesn't affect esports. I think that affects more of like investors. Like if you're gonna invest thousands of dollars in the stock market inside a company and you find out, oh, their numbers are just bullshit and they're just lying to us this entire time, like yeah, the investors are gonna be pissed. But like an esports side, does that really affect StarCraft as much? Unless they're saying, hey, we're gonna do StarCraft content, we're gonna do a tournament with this much money, we're gonna do a show with this much results and all this other stuff, that affects StarCraft.
It's like hard to say what it's gonna affect exactly unless we like know who's all involved though. Like the only person we like, as far as I know, that's involved is MC. So like the only person I can actually see getting hurt by this is MC because they haven't even done really anything else, as far as I know. Like
yeah.
Let me ask you this though: do you guys think that MC is responsible for managing himself in this position, or no? I mean,
why would MC be involved with any of that? It was like, probably just some random rich person approached MC being like, hey, we'll give you this salary. Fucking go spread out our name.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, how do I say this? MC's English, it's not really at an ultra-professional level where he can represent himself without any trouble. So, someone else represents him, and that someone else is?
The people that worked at GEM, right?
Before.
Is he still involved with them? Like, I'm not even sure.
Yes, he is, I believe, but the problem is it's hard to tell more specifically whether or
like,
not...
They have a website that lists all the people that's a part of them.
They don't anymore.
What's the organization?
GEM.gg. Instead, it redirects you to WMEentertainment.com, where you can't find anyone from GEM anymore. So go to GEM.gg, it redirects you to the website that represents Hugh Jackman and Lady Gaga. For real.
But still, like, the only thing you can blame MC for is, like, trusting these, like, random people who no one's heard of. Like, even people from Sweden were like, who the fuck are these people? Like, they they talked with the Muslim on like another show, and he's like, I've never heard of them, and he lives in Sweden as far as I know, right?
That I'm not so
Like-
sure of.
Like, in my opinion, if you ask someone from Sweden, do you know this company, and they're boasting, we have 1 million users or whatever, that would be the largest site in Sweden. How can someone from Sweden not know what that site is?
Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I forgot to list I forgot to list the show on the front page of Team Liquid. It's alright. It's early though. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Anyway, but
GG.
Hang on. Anyway, but yeah, I could see that happening. Kyle's got a good point. But I feel like this is in some ways committing financial fraud, much to the same way that Azubu would. The people who represent MC are equally as responsible for getting him into this situation as they are for perhaps getting him out. We're not. I mean, let's see what you guys think of the whole Trig eSports thing. Do you think it's legitimate? Do you guys think it's, or do you guys?
Haven't we already like came to a conclusion that it didn't seem legit to begin with? Like all the promises that they made just seems very pointless unless it's some extremely rich random kid that's just trying to play around with money and then just lose a bunch. Like there's just no profit to be had. Like if anyone that is smart and has this much money, they understand that it'd be fucking stupid to go along with something like that. Like there's probably other incentives that come along to play before that like would even become plausible.
Sam, has anyone ever thrown anything like that at you?
Not really.
All right, no one's ever come along and said, "Hey, bro, I got thousands of dollars to throw."
Yeah, nobody ever threw me a crazy offer.
Well, this is like we're talking about millions of dollars, not thousands.
Oh, well,
Like they plan to
regardless,
build a whole entire arena.
nobody's
Yeah, and
promised
like
to pay me tons of money. Lots of people like have like fantasies about team houses, but nobody promises to pay that much.
like an arena.
And I think anybody who doesn't realize that they would easily be able to just pay a Korean to do the same thing.
To me, it just sounds like money laundering. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds like that to me as well, and I feel like we're talking about international financial law here. If you guys, do you guys remember what happened to Madoff or no? Besides the fact that he went back to prison. Okay, well, like this is American international financial, or not international, but like this is just American financial law and shit. They took everything that he had and they tried to liquidate everything that he had to reimburse everyone who invested tens of millions of dollars into his company or his firm. And to me, it just sounds like Wolf of the Web. It's like, you guys there?
Yeah.
Okay. To me, it just sounds like Wolf of the Web.
Can we try to restart the call?
Sure, yeah. That would be
Yeah.
a good idea.
Can we try having someone else host it, possibly?
If
I
not,
could-
we can
I
use
could-
Zoom. If you guys know what that is.
That might work better because the whole call is really laggy and it's really hard to hear anyway.
Okay, let me recall you guys.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Hello, Kyle.
Does that work?
I'm not sure. Let me see here.
I can hear you a little better.
Shit.
I mean, it sucks that we're having issues like this, but
Yeah. Let me see here.
you know,
Yeah, no, we're just waiting for Ruff to get in here.
it's
It's probably with his girlfriend. It's alright, it's alright. Let me see here. Okay. So, this is
so laggy.
yeah, this is basically an entire Wolf of the West, or Wolf of the Web issue, if you will, or Wolf of Wall Street, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
It's worse.
Hang on. Let me get a Zoom call going. Do you guys know what Zoom is?
Or maybe someone else could call and host the call
Hang
on
on.
like a better internet. It's like We can't even hear each other. It's like
Hang on just a sec.
I know it's not puck midday for me because we can all like see each other and like.
Hang on. Rifkin showed me this cool substitute for Skype. It's called Zoom. Hang on just a sec.
Oh god.
No. It's painfully similar. Just gotta sign up real quick, and then you're good to go. Shouldn't even take you 3 minutes to get into the call.
It doesn't like. Is it possible it could be like your internet possibly breaker?
May very well be, but it's also Skype being a piece of shit at times. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. So like, if you sign in with Facebook using Zoom, you're good to go. Hang on.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Hang on.
And shit's definitely happening.
Yeah. Hang on just a sec. I'm glad there's only one StarCraft player that they sponsor because like we're losing a lot of time on getting our shit straight.
I mean, initially it was supposed to be 2. Well, MC and Metalisk. But I don't want to get a Reddit thread written about me, so 2. 2 players. And then she left and went back to her old team, I guess. It was like they announced Metalisk and an MC, and then she never joined. So.
Alright, hang on just a sec.
She probably could like read contracts and was like, "This is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen in my life."
Alright.
Probably.
Hang on, guys. So I'm giving you all a Zoom. All you gotta do is sign in with Facebook, and you guys are good to go. You have to download something that's like 130 kilobytes, and that's it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Is that alright? Sorry, guys. Skype's being a piece of shit on my end. Here we go.
What is this?
Zoom. It's a web-based version of Skype, if you will. It's just a
That's
little bit
it?
more reliable.
Is this like really the problem, or is Skype really the problem, or is it?
Skype isn't the like I'm hosting
I
a
don't know.
call, so and since I'm the MC and I'm setting up your webcams, it would be easier for me to use this.
Okay,
So,
I'll
like,
try it.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna hang up on the call. Hang on. If it asks you for a number, then here it is.
Okay, I'll try to use that.
Thanks.
Oh.
My pretty face should not be here. Hi, Sam. Okay, Sam, need your audio fixed. I can't hear you. Can you hear me, Sam? Oh, wait, that's my bad. Hang on. Say something. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, I fixed
Okay.
it. Now we're just waiting for the other two to get on. All right. Todd and Naniwa breakup. Did you guys see that? Sam?
Hello.
Yeah?
Hi, Kyle. Alright, so how's everything on your end, guys?
Good.
Alright, fantastic. Okay, well, I guess I can just get XSplit to co-op with us, and then we'll be good to go. Jeez. What on earth?
I mean, at least we can hear each other, right?
Yeah. This is a little bit interesting. Hang on just a sec.
This is definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, yeah, sometimes Skype is a piece of shit like that. Alright. Base Trade TV introduced this to me. It's a very nice alternative to Skype. It's web browser based, and yeah, the only problem is I can't get our webcams to show up, so you know, I'll just go full screen and I'll use my capture card to get us on this one. Hang on. Let me see here. Kind of a ghetto fix, if you will, but yeah. Alright. Wait, where's Sam?
Right here.
Wait a minute, why is my... Oh god. Okay, there we go. I thought you guys disconnected for a minute. Okay, so... Boom. Alright, got Kyle on big screen there. Should be on big screen on my end. Alright, forget about it. Okay, so...
Good night. Good night. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. So it looks like Kyle's gonna be in the big screen for now, and all right. So let's get back to the topic at hand. It was originally supposed to be mountless.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, Puck.
Yay, no problems.
Yeah. Again, apologies for the technical hiccups. So
We were talking about
Oh,
Idiots
shit. I just put
Incorporated.
myself on your stream. Is my audio quality really bad?
It's still funky.
Yeah.
a little bit. It's not worth griping over. I think it's pretty much good to go now for the moment.
You can be the comic. You can be the comic relief. It's okay.
Every show needs that.
Okay, so I don't know. What would you guys do if you're approached with something like this? You know, like, oh, okay, we can pay you $3,000 a month, and what was it? I'm trying to think what else. We can pay you $3,000 a month, and oh wait, we've got 1 million active users on our website. We're gonna build an arena. Like, what's the first thing that goes through your head when you hear something like that?
It depends on my current position. If I have nothing to lose, I may as well. But if I'm already part of a team, then I mean, I may as well stick with what's safe because I wouldn't believe that.
All right.
And even if it happened, I wouldn't even feel bad. I would say to myself, I didn't make the wrong decision. I'm still happy with what I have, so it doesn't really hurt me.
Puck, how about you?
What was the question? Sorry, I couldn't hear any audio.
Okay, so what would you do if you were approached with something as lucrative as this? Like $3,000 US, the company that wants to sign you says...
Honestly, like, and dealing with esports, most people in general, revolving around StarCraft, if you get an opportunity that offers so much, and you, like, it's really debatable because, like, you have no idea if they could pay, like, but if they could, like, provide something up front to you right away before, like, agreeing to even sign on, then, like, why not? You know, it's a lot of money, and it's StarCraft. It's really hard to get a good salary on any StarCraft team. Like,
All right.
ethically speaking, though, like, if you found out that there's some very fucked up shit, then would it be unethical to stay on the team while knowing that they were doing unethical shit? Then, yeah, of course. I mean, but...
Okay. All right. I guess I could throw a personal segue in there for just a minute. One, like, okay, I was approached with a contract before, and this one didn't say anything about huge amounts of money. No, it was awful amounts of money, but like the amount of glory that was associated with it was almost too much to believe, and I was very much so tempted to actually sign that contract, to the extent that I had them edit some parts of it 3 times as a caster, or for a caster, and then the third time they edited it, I was going over the contract with some buddies of mine, and I was thinking to myself, do I really want to sign this? And it's like shoulder angel, shoulder devil, and it's like, there was a clause in the contract that actually said, if you quit working for our company, you cannot work anywhere related in gaming. No game, like, we hold the right.
Most illegal contract I've ever heard.
Right. It It said, if you leave our company, you cannot work at any game companies. You cannot work anywhere else as a shoutcaster. You cannot do this, that, anything else in between for a year.
Who did you sign it with? God?
No, I didn't sign the contract. It was just like,
What kind of contract is that?
yeah, and who knows? Maybe it actually hurt me. Maybe it didn't. But the thing is, the pay that they offered was shit. But I mean, like,
Hold on. I thought you said that they were offering you a shit ton.
No.
Yeah.
The pay.
That was a hypothetical situation he was talking about.
No. It's not a hypothetical situation at all. It was a real situation.
Wait, like $3,000 a month?
No. They weren't offering me 3,000.
No, you said you started it up saying
Awfully a lot.
they're gonna
said
pay you.
I said the pay was shit, but the glory that they could offer me was amazing. Like,
I
let's.
just interpreted the way you said awfully wrong.
Oh, my
Yeah.
mistake. My mistake. Okay.
It's all good.
But like, no. The pay was far from industry standard. Let's just put it that way.
So why would you even ever consider it?
Just based on the fact that it could probably help me get other ways, and like, I'm the most marketable foreigner in esports in all of Taiwan, if that makes sense. Does it or no? I mean, like, it's gonna sound dumb. It sounds arrogant for me to say that.
Linux pretty marketable.
I mean, okay.
Just
Yeah.
like, even if like you're like the most marketable person in a certain country within esports, it doesn't necessarily always correlate to being the best one to market. I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but like, I just think like if you believe in yourself that you are like the most marketable foreigner, and these people came to approach you and the offer was shit, why would you ever consider taking it if you could look into other potential offers?
That's what I'm doing. Me and TESL are working on something else in the background. I'm trying to get them to represent me as an agent, if that makes sense, and it sounds like more fair, more transparent. These guys have been great to me. They helped me find the apartment that I'm living in right now, so that's why I'm doing it with them.
Well, I was talking about the hypothetical people.
Oh yeah, so
Those guys have the hypothetical people are real people, but I'm not gonna name the company that they're with. But the thing is, like, they've had a lot of shit going around about them lately. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
So-
but like I was just stating, like, why would you ever consider if that was the case? Like, if you valued yourself so highly, why would you ever settle with someone who offered you shit and had a bullshit contract?
Because
Like, you didn't, but like,
right now there's nothing else for me to cast.
yeah, but like a whole year. If you're speaking about a whole year of not being able to, like, I don't even know if that's like even legal. Is it in this?
no, there's no way.
It's
Yeah.
not. In some ways,
No way in hell that's legal.
I showed it to some of the people at the game companies here, Blizzard, Riot, everything, Wargaming, everywhere else in between, and they said, "Oh, that contract's not enforceable." But the thing is, like, I'd still rather. Yeah, and I told the guys who offered me the contract, hey, we've worked together before without a contract. If you guys ever want me, I live a short walk away from you guys. We can do this without a contract. The pay isn't even. I mean, the pay wasn't even the important part to me. It's just the fact of the matter is, the fact of the matter is, it's a job that I can do, and it's within walking distance of where I live.
Okay, so they said that you wouldn't even have to sign on the contract to do it.
Basically, yeah. They wanted.
Then why not just do it?
Yeah.
Like, what would hold you back from doing that?
drama. I
Like
guess you could say.
the only reason like you shouldn't do it is the contract. If the contract's not there, then why not do it?
I don't know. They want everything on
Like,
paper.
why would you think there'd be drama involved with just going to go do a job? Like, why would you have to get involved in any of it?
Can we talk about Trig again?
Oh man.
I think we're side.
Yeah,
tracking.
yeah. We are.
I can talk a little bit about my opinion if you want.
Go right ahead, Kyle.
As some people know, it's a part of Quantic Gaming, and a lot of people know about what happened there. And a lot of people stayed with the company even when things were going bad, even when things were going to shit. Everyone knew things were really shitty, right? Hyun still stayed with Quantic, even though his contract didn't state that he had to stay, that he couldn't resign, etc., right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone still stayed with Quantic, even though everything went to shit. I think with Trig, I think MC has no reason not to leave right now because he's still getting his $3,000 And if he doesn't, he'll probably just get it somehow. I mean, I think unlike Hyun, MC has the premise where he can get a lawyer to fight this. I mean, Hyun did get a lawyer, but with international law, it's very, very hard.
Hold on.
Yes,
Whenever you're talking about getting a lawyer, you're talking about spending basically, if not more, the amount of money owed. And you're talking about a lot of time that you don't have. Like, there's a whole amount of risk. Like, MC would never hire a lawyer to go recover $6,000 from Trig eSports because they didn't pay up. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, what if it was part of his prize winnings? Because a lot of companies that I've worked with, they take your prize winnings, they take a little out, and then they give it to the players.
Well, then it's arguable. Like, if we're talking about $30,000-$40,000, then maybe sure it might be worth getting the lawyer. But even then, like, if you're talking about international law, you're gonna be talking about
Years.
I don't even know the numbers involved at all. But like, it's all debatable, I suppose.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so I wish we had more time to talk about this because like we had technical hiccups for like the longest damn time. But final thoughts on Trig eSports? Are they the Bernie Madoff of eSports? Do you guys think?
No. They're the eSports hero, man. So I'd say it.
Sam?
Say that question again.
Okay, so do you think Trig eSports would be the Bernie Madoff of eSports right now, or they're creating that image for themselves?
What's a burning mat?
No, Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff?
Yeah.
What's a burning maid?
Bernie Madoff. Come on.
What's a Bernie Madoff?
You really don't know he's that guy? Like, okay, he's that guy like 2-3 years ago who was running a stock exchange firm, and he had just gotten out of a 10-year jail sentence for committing a white-collar crime. And basically what he was doing was he was telling his investors up front that they were making 10 times as much money as they were really making off of stocks. And so like the investors kept on throwing money at him, and he kept this game going for like 10 years. And then finally like someone audited his company, and it turned out he was actually bullshitting. The federal government caught on to it. He got arrested. He's back in jail. He's back in prison now. And I mean, this is kind of like, I don't see why someone would do this or someone would try to rationalize this, but his own son committed suicide because of like how do I say this? Like the amount of money that he threw at his son, and the government was coming to liquidate all of it, and he was sick and tired of what do you call that, just news paparazzis chasing him everywhere for interviews.
So basically he's a bad guy who lied and got tons of money and then thrown in prison. That's basically...
He's my brother with a 4-year degree.
If there's one thing I know, people who do shit in esports don't get punished. You guys remember? So I don't think that they will be this guy in the true sense. But you guys remember Simon Boudreau, right?
Yeah, I worked for him.
Okay, basically, when I went to MLG, one of the managers of the Complexity Team House, I was talking with him, and I forgot how he came up in the topic, but he came up in the topic. And I'm like, I said something about Simon Boudreau, and then the guy, the manager was like, yeah, I play CSGO with that guy. I'm like, you do? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so was he actually sick? Did he have cancer? He's like, oh yeah, he actually did have cancer, but he got better. And I'm like, huh, karma, if you do not exist, this is one way to disprove it.
So, like
it's, I just want to say, like, when we're talking about esports, when we're talking about like a scam like this, like, is there actually any return profit when you're actually offering these players this much money? Like, the investment, the amount of players that they put on and for the potential reward is like insane, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
From what I recall, Simon actually lost like a lot of money by doing Quantic, and the way he left was just ripping off Hyun just to have a little bit to sustain himself, because he lost like all of his money.
Well, it wasn't just him though. Like, Okay, so
No, it was all the money was from him. Like,
yes,
it's
but he's not the
100%.
only person who left. Is what I'm saying. Like, there's other people who left and probably took money with them. Like,
But like, what money? Like, from what I recall, like the only money that was lost was potential money that was supposed to be paid out to the people within Quantic.
all I know is when I tried to talk to Mark Leifraz, who was the advisor for Quantic, he didn't respond to me for 2 years, and he was on my Battle.net for 3 years, didn't speak to anyone, and then finally I heard back that his computer was shut off because he fled the country, and now he lives in another country. So my question is, how can the head advisor to Simon Boudreau live in another country, get money, and flee, and not talk to anyone, ever?
Okay, then how would this go unheard? Like, why wouldn't you hear about any other bullshit like this?
Well, I think he wasn't like a major person. Like,
Maybe
he
the
wasn't,
guy just had money and he just didn't want to deal with fucking.
no, maybe. I'm just saying from what I know, that's all.
Yeah, but like, if it was the case where another person got ripped off like Hyun, you would have heard about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's going
Jesse,
on, bro?
it's great to have you here. The reason why we're using Zoom is because Skype is a piece of shit. Yeah. All right. So it's great to have Jesse on board. We were kind of talking about Trig eSports. Like, do you have any? What are your thoughts on that right now? I mean, we're just getting into the thoughts of like, okay, does like we're comparing the guy who runs Trig eSports to Simon Boudreau from Quantic.
Trig eSports. Okay, you have to give me an update. You said the guy from Quantic is running it.
No. We compared him to the guy who ran Quantic.
Say that again. Say it again.
We compared him. We compared him to the guy who ran Quantic.
Oh god.
Say again. Brandon's too busy laughing.
Sorry. Okay, so we just got done comparing Simon Boudreau to the guy who runs Trig eSports, but my stance on this is the guy who runs Trig eSports is comparable to Bernie Madoff, if you remember that guy.
No.
Unless he's a business major at all, he's not gonna hear anything revolving around anybody within business which has screwed over the system.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Basically, bad guy, lied, lost people a lot of money, got thrown in prison. The end. That's basically Bernie Madoff.
oh man, oh my God, we gotta get our heads out of esports and start concentrating on real life issues at some point, guys. Right? I'm sorry.
What do you mean? I think it's the other way around. Sports.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do we have a next topic we can move on to? I think this horse has been beat dead into the water unless...
All right. Before we go into our next topic, and I think this would be a fantastic time to talk about the Dual Harvester mod and the best of 7 that's going on between Parting and Scarlet right now. But my closing thoughts on the whole Trig esports thing. Kyle, before you talked to me and you said, "Oh, well, they boast over 1 million active users." Let's go to the hottest game on Reddit right now. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but let's go to our League of Legends. I'm gonna check this out real quick. Right now, I can guarantee you there's probably not more than 25,000 active users on that subreddit. Let's try it. 23,914. Pretty damn close. Then let's add that to the numbers for StarCraft. Then Dota 2. I mean, what you're talking about with Trig esports is you're putting all the numbers from our StarCraft, League of Legends, CSGO, you name it, all added together. I don't think there's any way in hell Trig esports has all of those numbers put together.
I think it's kind of comparable to there's a game from a long time ago many have played called RuneScape, right?
Yes, RuneScape.
But
I still play.
I want to use them as an example because a while ago they're like, "Oh, we've had 200 million users on RuneScape." What? You have not had 200 million users on RuneScape. That's not possible.
Signed up.
Okay.
Ever.
So, but still, like those numbers aren't completely true, right? They're not 200 200 million unique users, right? So what if Trig somehow used this million number as like some bullshit, but it was a real number? Like it was a real tangible number. What if it was like the amount of users that have logged in ever or something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I don't know. I'm just trying to be on Trig's side for a quick second. I mean, no one is, so.
Which 3 sides are you on? Are you on the tangent, the sine, the cosine? Sorry.
All right. So
tangent.
Let's kind of segue into our next topic, which is going to be the DH9 mod, and
I'm really confused. What's going on right now?
okay.
We were just going to go into the mineral topic, and then we somehow ended up onto the trig topic. Kyle's voice kept fading in and out to the point where I couldn't hear him at all. And now we're leaving the topic again. Like, I'm so confused.
It's because I'm a bad MC. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, Dual Harvester mod, we've got Bacon Infinity hosting a best of 7 between Party and Scarlet. So, from what I've seen thus far, I mean, like right now the score is 3-2, and last I checked it was at 1-0, which is a little bit odd. It seems like there were 3 very quick wins. Hold on, 3 very quick wins for Partying after Scarlet got up 1 point, and now it scores back to 3-2. This started at about 9 o'clock. I think what this does is, all right. I'm gonna stop bullshitting. Has anyone ever played the DH9 mod or no?
No.
The Harvester mod?
Yeah. What'd you think about it?
There's not big enough sample size to give a judgment. But what has, like, Zero must made a response to it, and what's basically been gathered is that it doesn't really benefit much right now because all it's doing is allowing players to max faster and then finalizing in just one big engagement from what I've gathered. I'd have to read the small segment again, but
right. I also remember reading somewhere that what is it? Oh yeah. As a Protoss or as any race, basically, you're going to have to get more production buildings up, get your infrastructure online faster in the games, and
well, everything's going faster. You have more economy.
right.
You're going to be expanding faster. You're going to be building your infrastructure. Like, it's just basically speeds up the game. Is all it basically does.
All right, and my understanding is basically once you have 8 workers on a base, the amount of workers that you have for each base after 8 doesn't really decrease the efficiency of mining, doesn't penalize you, but doesn't benefit you that much more either, if I was interpreting the model correctly. Right?
There's no situation in any game where if you're playing a macro game, you're not going to go up to more workers past the amount of mineral fields that there are. Like, I don't know how much each additional worker adds, but it's significant enough to make a huge difference.
All right. So
You wouldn't just sit on like say I don't know the numbers, like I can't find the post, but like if you are mining with 8 workers, right? But you could get a potential of 25%, or let's say more like 30%, 40% more income. Wouldn't you take that for an additional 8 probes?
I think so, yeah. I mean, like, basically, I remember reading the original main body said if you're playing Zerg and you've got 8 workers on your mineral line, don't take your natural right away. There's still some fine-tuning that has to be done with it. Nobody knows what the new builds are just yet, but I mean, let's talk about this from maybe, I wouldn't say necessarily a marketing perspective, but say the StarCraft environment as a whole. Do you guys think that this shows that Blizzard might be in some ways desperate to get the numbers back up for StarCraft or no?
I mean,
I'm not attacking Blizzard by any means when I say this, by the way.
How is it attacking Blizzard at all? Like, Blizzard's already took the initiative to try and change how the game works. Like, that's a start, no? like data, and there's all these posts being made and alternatives being looked at, and Blizzard's already opened up to saying, yes, we are willing to change what's in Legacy of the Void now. So like, I highly believe the game will still continue to change right now.
Well, the reason why I say I'm not attacking Blizzard was because I remember maybe a year and a half ago in one post there were users that were saying, hey Blizzard, can you change the economic model? And then Blizzard responded saying, we're afraid that if we change that aspect of the game, it'll drive too much of our player base away from playing the original game right now. Does anyone remember reading something similar to that, or no?
Yeah, but that's not the case because they did change it.
Well,
so it's not attacking them at all.
It's yeah, basically they're open to that, and I like that move. But what do you guys think the implementations are? Is this going to attract a new player base that's never well? Do you guys think this will?
The way I see it is it'll attract a lot of old, like, players that used to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe they didn't quite like Heart of the Swarm because it just felt like this exact same game with additional units. But Legacy of the Void will bring a whole entire new game potentially because the game will just function completely different overall.
Do you think it'll bring Liquid Sea back to StarCraft 2?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope so.
I just believe it'll bring back a lot of, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be pro players. It'll just bring back players like from any range of level of play to come back. Like a Steve Wade, I believe. Like,
Jesse, do you have any comments? I mean, like,
I can see that happening.
All right, hang on.
Just because when Heart of the Swarm came out with all the additional units and whatnot, I know a lot of people complained about like the Hellbat drops and then the oracles and stuff. So some players just couldn't grasp Heart of the Swarm. So it kind of leads some players to retiring, I would think. But I think because of Legacy of the Void, since they're speeding things up, there's a lot more openings and there's a lot more ways to defend those openings. Because you do have a lot of new units, so I can't see 1 or 2 units just instantly killing your opponent. Whereas with like Heart of the Swarm, that's possible, if that makes sense. Like if they proxy, you can hold it pretty well, I think, unless they literally go all in with like 5 Raxes outside your base, because of how fast the economy is. It's more macro-based play.
All right, you got 2 cats in the background fighting each other. Sorry.
Honestly, don't break it up. What the fuck?
See, this is what the viewers come here for.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit.
All right, let's do some sick commentary, boys.
All right, Sam, how about you?
I'm rooting for the black and white cat, by the way. Name it. Name it.
I think there's gonna be like a really weird relationship with Legacy of the Void and new players, because like, I think, at least from what I hear usually, StarCraft is like really hard to get into. It's one of the more mind-boggling of the games and sort of challenging to get into. And Blizzard is saying, all right, look, we want more people to play, so we're going to make this a standalone game, and that'll kind of be our way to say free to play, massive air quotations. And then at the same time, they're like, oh, I know, because people always complain that StarCraft is hard to get into, we'll make it more accessible by making it freer, and also make it way less accessible by considerably speeding up the pace of the game. Like, that sort of doesn't make sense to me. I thought it was fine where it was at, but...
Wait, what a minute? Oh, fuck me. What does it say? No, I'm sorry. No. Wait, hold on. No, I'm not looking at what you have to say. I'm getting a notification from Zoom. How about you guys?
You got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we all got it.
Then we gotta go back to shit. We gotta go back to Skype. Great.
Or we can just make a new meeting.
That was sick, man.
Okay. Maybe we could host a new meeting afterwards. But anyway, so I don't know, Kyle. What are your thoughts? Kyle, we can't hear you.
Kyle! We need Destiny here.
Kyle. Kyle, your mic. Kyle.
Rip Kyle.
Oh boy. All right.
You know, earlier I heard him slowly fading out more and more and more. Like the voice started getting smaller. I don't know if that was me, but it just like reached that breaking point where it's just nulled out.
Yeah, I guess it has. Okay, we still can't hear you, bro. Oh boy. Oh, this isn't looking too good. All right.
You know what Legacy of the Void kind of reminds me of a little bit?
What's that?
Brood War.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Not entirely. I'm not just saying that because there's a lurker in the game, you know? But mostly because a lot of the macro battles kind of remind me of Brood War a little bit.
Absolutely.
When I started playing Legacy of the Void. Primarily because when you're attacking, you're constantly rallying, and then you're throwing in more units to fight. It's like constant fighting, non-stop. And that's what happens when you actually get to that later part of the war, whereas with Heart of the Swarm it's a little different. You got some breaks in between the play instead of constantly fighting. So that's what it reminds me of. You're always like constantly moving on the map and whatnot with a large army. Mechanics-wise, nothing like Brood War, but later in the game, the way it feels, a little bit, yes.
I think that's fair to say.
All right. Since I feel like none of us have really had enough time to touch the DH9 mod, what I think might be a good thing to ask you guys is, like, there was an excellent point brought up in Reddit last week, and it basically said, you know, Heroes of the Storm has a great user interface, and you can buy skins for it. Why on earth does Heart of the Swarm not have that? Or why on earth does StarCraft not have that? That kind of thing.
Like buying new skins for like Zerglings and Marines and stuff
why
like
not?
that.
Why not?
That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if I'd actually do that.
the reason why I didn't bring that up in last week's topic or anything else like that is because, well, everyone kind of beat that dead horse into the ground about 7.
I don't necessarily think that's
ago.
the answer to increasing the popularity of StarCraft compared to like any other game, though. Like the biggest issue revolving around StarCraft and its popularity is the accessibility to playing with your friends. Like, quite frankly, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3, 4 vs 4 isn't quite that fun. It doesn't really bring in new players because players aren't going around to their high school friends all the time being like, hey, you should come jump in on this. Like, the funnest thing is 2 vs 2, and 4 vs 4, frankly, not many people can play that to begin with because it's very CPU heavy.
You know, they brought back the Team Melee, which is actually the Archon mode.
Yeah, like that's like I think that's going to be huge for bringing back some popularity to StarCraft. Like, it could just be just a flop, but like I see a lot of potential with it, and I think that's extremely good.
Do you think they should bring back Destruction or Capture the Flag or anything like that back from Brood War?
I think bringing the
other game
game
mods.
is great.
I mean, I think anything revolving around the Battle.net UI could use improvement. Like, I'm sure there's games in the arcade that already exist that do that, but it's not user friendly to go through the interfaces, and there's like so many bugs that need to be fixed.
That's true.
But like,
yeah, you could actually play it on any map. Those different kind of mods in Brood War. You can just choose whatever map you want. It always like just if you play like Capture the Flag, you'd have the beacon in your base and whatnot. You can use like the drones to try to steal it and stuff.
yeah.
It was pretty interesting, for sure. They need to actually make it a little bit user friendly for all maps. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah. But like going back to like using skins, like there's no negative behind using skins as long as the opposing player can actually disable the skins from being shown as well. But what they end up doing right now, and since StarCraft is such a heavy CPU usage game, is that it just ends up requiring more FPS to be had. So it just wears down on people's computers more.
Yeah, not only that, tabbing out is a pain, especially if you can't play in windowed mode.
Yeah.
I would love to buy skins. Can you imagine just being a Terran player and having like Protoss armor and stuff with just running around and being like all golden and stuff and feeling like you're like God? Protoss player. It'd be so cool.
Or maybe buy something.
Or,
Maybe get a Snoop Dogg ghost.
or like with Zerg, you have an infested command center as your hatchery instead, or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna digress with a very quick joke here, but I remember when I was first starting out playing SE2, and I was asking my friend, I'm like, so if you have more creep tumors concentrated in one spot, does that scale the speed of your units? Like if you have 20 tumors in one spot, do your links move 20 times faster on creep? And he was like, oh my god, no, Sam. That's like saying you sting a Marine 20 times and becomes a freaking god.
Oh, man. Good times, good times. Alright. So, it's kind of been a slow week, really, with all the topics that we could crank out. Third one of the day, I think you guys gotta like this one. WCS Challenger selection process. What do you guys think of that? And hang on real quick, let's get the Skype call going again and hope that it's not gonna totally wonk out on us.
Good idea.
We've only got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on this. Alright. So I'm gonna exit this real quick. Hang on. And get you guys going on Skype again. Alright. That's enough. Hang on. I'll bring them back, I promise.
Yeah.
Please, God.
Alright.
Are you kidding me? It works on here?
Yes, it does.
Alright, I'm ready.
Puck, back with sexy Puck voice.
Shitty again.
What's up?
Oh God.
We're back with the sexy Puck voice again.
GG.
It looks so much cooler on Skype. You get more picture.
Yeah.
Not just this.
Alright. Well,
Shit, man.
Alright, let's do
It's
this.
terrible again.
okay. So, we're gonna now take things into our third topic, which is WCS Challenger selection process. If I'm not mistaken, it's basically the guys who were in Premier League previous season get to choose their opponents for Challenger League, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That is correct.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Say that again. I didn't hear that correctly.
The guys who were in Premier League previously, so
Uh-huh.
Puck, got to choose his opponent for Challenger League.
How do you get to choose the opponent?
Because
Is it based off of ranking in Premier League?
I would pick you rough.
I say that because of like if these Premier opponents say, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge this guy," then there's gonna be scraps and leftovers, right?
Well, there's obviously seeding that goes into play.
Brandon, why do you sound like a black dude right now?
What? Is something wrong? Like what?
Wait, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you just fine, Kyle.
Yay! I didn't touch anything. Fuck, I tried fooling with it and it... Whatever. It works.
Jesse,
The Skype call.
why are you so ecstatic?
Static?
Like you just seem so amazed. Is my voice that beautiful?
You know, your voice just got so much worse that you sound like a drag queen right now too.
What?
Just saying.
Guys, I'm dying here, man. Come on, my girlfriend is sleeping right next to me. You don't want me to wake her up. Come on.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, is this Skype messing up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why my voice is so beautiful.
Okay.
Obvious.
Anyway, so WCS Challenger League selection. Good, bad, yes, no, why not?
I have a question beforehand. Do you think we could try joining another one of those damn meeting things? Because this is like unlistenable. I'm just saying, this is like, you know,
Alright.
you know what?
Your voice is like cutting out.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Cutting out.
Me?
Everyone.
Alright, alright. Let me try again. Hang on. I'm going to try and restart another call and see how that
Okay.
works
Oh
out.
god.
I made another meeting.
Oh, okay.
If
Alright, let me go ahead and go ahead and give me that number.
What's happening?
Making a new Zoom.
I already uninstalled it.
Are you
Fuck,
trolling?
man. What?
Are you trolling?
I can't even hear you.
Oh boy. Hang on just a sec.
Oh my god, that actually sounds nice now. So I hope. I literally thought you put that voice changer on. Seriously.
No, why would I put a voice changer on, Ruff? What the fuck?
I don't know why you would do it on a podcast, but I literally.
Yeah, what the
did.
fuck, man? Is it crazy?
And then as soon as everybody else started talking, I was like, oh.
Sorry. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna hang up on this. Alright, let's see what I can do. Alright. Oh boy.
well,
There we go. I can finally hear you.
my other one sucks. So blame Logitech.
Alright, alright. We're good to go. We're just waiting for Jesse and Puck
This is
to
what you
join
get
the call.
for what you get for free headsets from Logitech, I guess.
They approached me with a sponsorship before.
Well, they don't even sponsor me, and they get me a free headset, and it's like probably the worst headset I've ever had in my entire life because it's like a month and it's already broken down. It's really shitty. So,
Alright.
Hello.
Hello.
but you know, hey Puck.
Hey, what's up?
Okay. So, the BCS Challenger League selection. We're just waiting for Jesse to get in here because he sounded pretty shocked about that.
Well, hoping that he heard it.
Oh man.
It was pretty.
Did you skip the first time?
Yeah.
Did it work just fine?
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh so much. I just laugh really easily at silly things. I'm not trying to be rude.
I gotcha. Let me see. Alright, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at WCS Challenger League. I do remember that... What is it? I do remember that Apollo posted the selection.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Alright, so Jesse, you sounded pretty shocked about that. The whole, previous Premier League contenders choosing their Challenger League opponents.
I feel like it's almost. I feel bad for the people who are in Challenger because
Why?
it's almost like a freebie, almost, right?
Yeah, but wasn't that already a freebie?
What do you mean?
It was always seeded, so wouldn't it just always resume the case? Like, if anything, it's better for people who are not as good, I would argue, because if there's a potential very strong rivalry and someone wants to beat someone out, they'll pick them over the easier opponent because the first seed always gets the first pick. Whereas before it was always the highest seed gets the lowest seed player, so it doesn't really change anything.
But on the other hand, you have the Hydra versus Zeal and the
But
Violet.
that would have happened anyways.
I guess that does make sense. So the highest seed player gets to choose the Challenger League opponent, and then the next seed will get to choose the next one.
Yeah.
How it goes.
Yeah.
And Puck
Okay.
doesn't have to play.
That's not so bad when you think about it, because you're right. Because the highest seed would get the lowest seed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. But it does give the edge toward players that know how someone plays, though.
Yeah, of course.
So there's a down and an up.
But you also get time to prepare, so it's not like you could just completely metagame someone.
Or perhaps in theory we could I kind of want to bring this up just a little bit. Maybe In some StarCraft 2 tournaments, I've seen things that lead me to believe, okay, well, teammates are playing against teammates, and then teammates are losing to teammates that they could normally raffle stomp, or this or that, or something else in between. But think about this for a minute. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it because, like,
you think
Jaedong versus Suppy.
What about it?
I mean, they're both EG.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to...
What was you?
Okay. I'll try and talk about this candidly, but I'm not accusing anyone of anything. What I am going to say is, like, what if someone knows that, realistically speaking, they have no shot at taking the championships for this or that tournament? And so what they do is they eventually get put up against their own teammate, and they put on a show in the game, of course, yes. But let's say it might be intentional for them to lose versus that opponent. Does that make sense or no?
Match throwing?
Like Suppy would.
Why would anyone throw in this case?
Well, I guess what he's saying is like Suppy and Jaedong are on the same team, and instead of Suppy trying inside the match, just throw the match so Jaedong gets a quick walk to Premier, which wouldn't happen, I don't think. But I think
there's a lot of money on the line. I don't think they would try.
There's not a lot of money on the line.
Well,
there isn't. By going up each
no.
each rank.
In Challenger, you're guaranteed $2,000 US.
If we talk about esports as a whole, the amount of money involved in WCS Challenger is very minimal. And the amount of publicity any kind of match fixing would like give by giving a like if you're match fixing in the first round of a tournament, right? That makes absolutely zero sense because you already feel like your player's not strong enough to make it anyways, so they're just gonna lose in the next round anyways. And it just doesn't seem very plausible, no? Like why not just like go like honestly I feel like it's just Suppy's thinking for his own well, like maybe he's more confident against Jaedong, so he didn't pick Mazda. And since he probably doesn't make the most money in the world, he's probably doing it on his own merit to try and do well. Like, sure, it sucks. Like, Jaedong was the second to last person on this list, and he had no intention of playing Jaedong, but like that's just the way it worked out.
So, wait, I'm sorry, I actually didn't tune into the selection process. What you're saying is there are only 2 opponents for Suppy to choose from at that time?
Well, he was the second to last seed player to pick. So there would be only one other player that would be potentially picked on his list.
So the seedings, by the way, went Hydra, Kane, Puck, Violet, Huck, Suppy, and Estrella. So Suppy was next to last.
Oh, okay. Alright, my mistake. So this is just Breaker being, yeah, everyone's gonna, go ahead, say it in chat, guys. Breaker's an idiot. Alright.
I don't need to say it in chat. Breaker's an idiot.
Well, okay. There we go. Like, oh man, if you guys saw the episode that I was having like 36 hours ago with Kyle on Skype and me just attacking my keyboard furiously. Oh boy, God. He has no idea. What? You guys, nothing. Like, me and Kyle aren't gonna talk about it here, but I went absolutely ape shit. Like, 36 hours ago, I was. No. Okay, let's talk about something else. Okay. So back to the topic at hand. But obviously, would you guys say this is a good thing or a bad thing?
What?
Premier League players selecting their opponent for Challenger League, or excuse me,
I think it brings a lot more potential growth than just having seeding, because there's more storyline that goes on behind.
Yeah, that's true.
I think.
And the seedings. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I think there's more storyline with seeding, where like if the last seed beats the first seed, it's like, wow, a Cinderella story, and the guy goes to like round of 8, and it's this guy you've never heard of before or something. Like, I don't know. Do you think like if Zeal went in against Hydra without the picking process, it would be like more hyped?
Zeal took a map off CJ Ragnarok at MLG with the 1 base immortal all in.
like I'm saying, if Zeal beats Hydra.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing.
So let me give you 2 different scenarios. Turn your mic down. What the fuck? Hang on. Let me do this first, and I'll give you 2 different scenarios. I'm sorry, man, but like the fucking thing, like auto adjusts my mic every single time I download this Zoom bullshit. It like fucks up my mic settings.
Sorry.
But okay, so two different scenarios, right? We have the old method. Zero matches up with Hydra because that's the way it would have worked, right? And Zero wins. Everyone's like, holy shit, Zero won. There's a lot of hype. Okay. But then we go into the challenger pick. Hydra picks Zero. Zero wins. What do you think has a bigger significance for Zero in this situation? Like, which one?
I would have thought that if you're like last seed versus first seed, it would have been more impactful if you won. Like if
but like Hydra would be picking his opponent, so that means he's like the most confident against this player, and then the player wins.
I mean, I guess
he's first seed, he gets the first choosing of the bunch of ducklings or whatever, and the weakest duckling ends up beating Hydra, who Hydra picked and felt most comfortable against. Like, I believe that's a larger impact on Zeo's hype than, say, would Zeo win in a setting where it just matches seeding against each other.
I don't know. I guess I was just thinking about it like that.
You get a lot of hype out of it.
You get a lot of hype either way, but like it's just there's more to it when there's a pick being involved. Like it just adds an extra aspect.
Well, I mean, Penguin thinks he has a 40% chance to win, right? So
Penguin never said that.
It was something me and Ruff were talking about the other day.
40%? What do you mean?
Remember when we were on the Reddit forum and Penguin said that Zeal has 40% chance?
That wasn't Penguin that said that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That wasn't Penguin. That was the person who made the Reddit thread.
Alright, so I'm trying to... Okay, the reason why I brought this up was because what if this was brought into something else, like say maybe the round of 64, but we're talking about groups, and like that's obviously got to be hand drawn out of a hat, right? It would have to be. Or excuse me, the round of 64, round of 32 for Premier League. Pardon me for not getting enough sleep last night.
What the fuck? This program keeps auto-adjusting my mic settings, man.
Man.
You sound better right now.
In my opinion, you do.
My mic too. So.
Well, it keeps adjusting my settings on Windows.
Because it fucked my mic settings too. I had to change like the shitty webcam.
Yeah, but it keeps doing it to me.
Apologies.
It's a hack.
I guess we blame whoever suggested this to you.
Sorry, it was me. Flame breaker. Alright, so
that is a nice ring to it, Lane Breaker.
yeah, it sounds better than fuck slasher in my opinion. Alright, so alright, the reason why I brought this up was because I thought, well, what if they were to continue something like this into, say, the round of 32 of Premier League, where I think, and like this is gonna sound, I hope Puck doesn't take this the wrong way, but I mean, if I imagine that if Puck were to choose any opponent for the round of 32 for Premier League, he would probably choose Sen.
Well, it's all based on like a lot of different things, like who Puck wants to play against. Like there's a lot of different variables to go against that, like the race, how he thinks he can prepare against them versus them preparing against him, etc., etc. Like that's.
Well, I
think
mean,
it's impossible.
The reason why I say this is because Puck has already beaten Sen twice in Premier League, and that's Premier League Season 1 of 2014, as well as the first Premier League of 2015. And statistically speaking, Sen's worst matchup is ZVP.
I mean, I guess you'd have to ask Puck.
Yeah. I don't know, Puck. Like, if Like, I know this is absurd, it's completely out of the realm of possibilities, but if you could possibly do it, would you, if Sen was North American, would you play against him in Challenger League? Puck?
I pick him right now because he's like retired.
He's like retired? Oh, man. Well, I mean, like, the guy, oh boy.
Back in his prime.
He's not at his prime.
Back then.
I mean, back then, arguably, he was also a patch Zerg in some ways, like back in the Wings of Liberty days, right? And again, I think that's what every Zerg was. Oh boy.
Who's like fapping by their mic?
Sounds like, I don't know. Jesse, are you bouncing? There we go, it stopped.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're using 2 headsets. Okay. Alright, well. I feel like in some ways it could breed some forms of unfairness. I mean, I've seen some players that have a victory rate versus this race that's like in 10%. What's going on? What are you guys laughing at?
I'm just laughing at the fact that this program is randomly.
This program is fucking so shitty.
Brandon is so low now. He was so high earlier.
I've got Jesse's video pinned so I can see the cats playing in the back.
Is this better?
I think it's better, yeah. It sounds better.
It's just like this program like focuses on people who aren't even talking. It's like so.
Okay. So this isn't. Wait a minute. This couldn't possibly be how Code A works out, right? No.
Isn't this how SSL works out right now? It's something like that, right? Like I've seen. I don't watch SSL that much, but I've seen like where they get together with all the players and then they're like, "Oh, who do you want to play against?" And then like they have these fucking groups, and I don't know. When I was watching it, I saw it as like a huge clusterfuck, but.
I mean, that's basically what Korean StarCraft is. It's as much luck as it is skill sometimes, unless maybe.
Okay,
you're
Brandon, you need to stop giggling seriously.
I'm not laughing or doing anything, man. What the fuck?
Then what?
What?
Can we raise some money for a show match of the cats in the background?
Kyle, you're killing me.
Professional commentary of this beautiful cat v cat matchup at the bed.
Who do we get to cast it? Who do we get to cast it? Destiny and Desero?
Oh man, Destiny and Cat. That's the greatest casters of all time.
Okay, but someone's got to hype it up. I know, let's get Day 9 to do it.
Yeah,
dude, people would love a StarCraft cat fight. Come on.
That's true. Okay. So, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe some parts of this have gone, I don't know, a little bit dry, this topic at least. But what if this was, is this how it's operated globally? Or is this just how it worked out with North America?
I mean, it's with Europe too, no? They've done things like this before with Koreans, no?
Maybe.
Where they did player selections?
I'm wondering if that's how it worked out here in Taiwan, because honestly, no, wait a minute. That can't be right. Because, like, Sen was playing against Haz last night, and then Cheetos was playing against Slam, and I imagine Slam went on, but, Slam's kind of an up-and-down Zerg. Let me check this out real quick. Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau.
Slam is up and coming?
No, up and down.
Oh, okay.
He's beaten Mazza before. What? Oh, wait a minute, never mind. Hang on. I'm checking this out right now. Looking for Challenger League for...
So can I say something real quick, then, while you're looking that up?
Sup?
Okay, so, first off, I want to apologize to everyone at the Reddit, because I made my table really fucking terrible for the predictions for WCSNA Challengers. What I was doing was I was making a win rate percentage for the Challenger League, or the Premier League player who picked the Challenger player, right? And I was going to do it based on like the past 3 months of play, what they've been against that race, right?
what I didn't do was provide a win rate of like what I think the match is going to be based on. So we'll kind of assume that was the win rate I was basing it on, which is not what I intended. So I just wanted to apologize for making tables really fucking terrible and making everyone think that the win rates were fucking shitty.
Okay.
Because like the way it looks is Zeal has a 40% chance, and now I understand what Puck was saying. Like that was just badly made table on that part.
This, oh boy, this is fantastic. Nobody made Challenger. Wait, I'm looking. I'm clicking on it. Oh great. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what?
Didn't Samuel leave?
What about me?
I thought you had to go.
Oh, read Skype, I guess.
Hang on. I'm gonna check out PTT because right now the statistics are not readily available on Team Liquid yet. No one's updated the Wikipedia page. I'm checking this out. I'm trying to see how last night's Challenger League went because I honestly didn't watch.
There was Challenger last night?
Yeah, for Taiwan. Let me see here.
Oh.
I'm loving these close-ups though, man.
Let's see here. WCS Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau.
I can use like half of your face, man.
Okay, so Sen Raffle Stomped Slam at 3-0 has Raffle Stomped Cheetos at 3-0. Oh boy.
So it's basically the C qualifiers. Like the result thing.
Not really, because what happened with C was NXZ played against Pig, and Pig lost by 1 point. And a huge shout out to that guy, by the way, because this is exactly like WCS was designed for, you know, the new guys that no one's ever heard of before, and maybe now someone's gonna make a Wikipedia page about this kid.
So you said Zen beat Pig?
No, NXZ. Oh, sorry, I'm using Aussie Talk to demonstrate the letter Z in English.
Is that gonna be WCS this season?
No, you didn't know?
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, this was like 8 days ago that Challenger League for C happened. But I mean, yeah, I think the thing is Pig.
So him and Igus went on then, I assume?
That is correct.
Okay. Because I would almost always assume that Pig and Igus would make it. Like every time, so that's it.
That is very interesting. I mean, like no one paid attention to it simply based on the merit that, you know, they knew 100% through and through that Pig was gonna win. In reality, it was NXZ. But again, huge shout out to that guy because he made it through. Kind of produced an upset, but yeah. And again, Pig chose the guy. So
wait, you can wait. You
oh,
said it's
sorry,
Premier? Or?
That was Challenger League.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
My bad. All right.
Okay, so he was matched up with Pig in Challenger.
Yes.
Okay, not qualifier. This is a qualifier.
Not the qualifier. It was in Challenger League. Okay. So Pig walks away with $2,000 in his pocket, just like Blisk.
So NXT qualified for Premier League already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You didn't know? It was on Reddit, bro.
I did know, but it's like really confusing how they're doing this because some of the qualifier or some of the Challenger League is being played like really early, and then the other Challenger League's like not even played yet. So that's why I'm kind of confused of like what's going on. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like in some ways this Challenger League selection process for North America and Europe in some ways might not be entirely fair. Like, I mean, as Puck already said, he's basically firing shots at Sen. He said, well, Sen's already retired.
Oh, he doesn't.
Say what?
He doesn't play that much.
He doesn't play that much?
No.
He is back in university now, and he does have a girlfriend. And he's 28 now.
Shots fired is just like I give mad props for him to even be doing WCS at all.
Yeah, a lot of the people here in Taiwan are just looking back and they're like, we wonder what it would have been like if he had actually played in Code S back in like 2011 or 2010, you know?
I mean, it's hard to say. StarCraft is a game where there's so many variables that even if someone's like somewhat significantly better, doesn't always mean they're going to come out once he gets so good.
2010, the year of famedom. Man.
Yeah.
You know, so many people could have jumped on the bandwagon, and I was one of those that didn't, and I didn't go to MLGs. I really regret it.
All right.
I understand that completely.
Okay, well, do you guys want to take some call-ins?
How do we do it with this thing?
Oh, it's very simple.
That we have only 2 minutes left in this phone.
All right, so what we can do, what I can do is I'll go in and I'll PM each user and I'll give them the code to join this Zoom, this Zoom conference, if you will.
Okay, well, July supposedly is back to StarCraft now, but don't quote me on that. It's probably just some random guy in Korean GM who renamed himself.
Yeah.
I think we should also take what do you call it? Requests from chat as well, because some might not want to sign up for Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that as well. Calls and requests from chat. All right. And while we're talking about that, how have things been with you guys lately? What are you doing with your personal lives besides just StarCraft?
Implying we have personal lives outside of StarCraft.
I do, sadly. That's what happens.
With their cats in the back there? Is that why they're so lively?
Professional catfighting ringleader.
When you're getting on the stream and it's always at midnight every weekday, they usually put something. I try to make it a priority to keep streaming though. Because I got a bunch of subscribers and things like that. It's something that I want to keep going, even if I don't stream that much or as much as I used to. So I try to make up for that time over on the weekends.
All right.
So that's just about me a little bit.
Zam, Sen Haiku in chat wants to know if Sam is just here for street cred.
What is street cred?
That's what I want to know.
That?
Staying relevant?
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Chat's always on a 20-second delay, so let's see what he's talking about. I don't know.
I'm here just because you guys are friends and people that I know, and it's a show, so why not? It's like a Skype call where we talk about shit, except it's streamed. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did kind of want to call this protecting the environment, but I feel like the theme was a little bit too narrow. Like we're talking about keeping four.
I think the name was clever enough.
Yeah. This one, the New Boys Club, I like it better. But I do. Oh, wait a minute! All these nerd white boys here, and we got Baller Samuel here.
I'm the faux Korean.
Just saying.
That's FAUX.
Was born in Korea. Just saying.
Were you actually?
Yeah, so born in Busan.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, all right. How about what other games are you guys playing besides just StarCraft? Anything?
As I said earlier, some RuneScape.
Really? What browser game?
Yeah. It actually moved away from the browser, kind of, and they're developing a client for it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been playing a lot of H1Z1 lately. It's not that I don't want to diss on StarCraft by any means, because it's the game that got me into esports, and I'll always love it no matter what, because it's the definitive game it's the definitive 1v1 title. It really is. Assuming the game is completely balanced, then it is the definitive 1v1. Agreed? Everyone? Come on. Maybe. I just hear an awkward silence. Puck, Jesse, come on, guys.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was not paying attention.
Okay. So like, all right. The reason why I love StarCraft so much is because it is the definitive 1v1 title.
Okay.
Agreed? Assuming the game is completely balanced.
I agree.
All right. Good. No more Zerg
There
tiers
is no
from Hellbat
there is no
drops.
other games out there that are 1v1 really.
All
To be
right.
honest.
Gotcha. There's Passion Stone.
Unless you're talking about chess or something. So.
I mean, if everything in the world was completely balanced, yes.
All right. I don't know. Lately, I've been playing a lot of H1Z1. The reason why I'm doing that is like, well, there's fun, and I don't play the actual PvP mode or PvE mode. Say what?
You better not be one of those people that just scream in the microphone.
Oh my god, I hate that. Like, the pregame lobby is complete ear cancer. It really is. Because, like, you've got people shouting profanities in Mandarin, you've got people shouting profanities in English, people shouting profanities in Korean before the game begins. But I really like to play Battle Royale and try to be the last man standing because just because it's so damn fun. Okay, so we got like 10 minutes to go on this. I don't know. I'm thinking we can spend the last 5 minutes doing a wrap up. What are you doing lately, Kyle?
Well, developing more in the StarCraft with a team that I'm with, Blizzard Gaming. Graduating from college with an associate's degree. Working over the summertime, doing that and some other stuff. That's basically it. Not
Alright.
much.
How about you, Jesse? Any other games besides StarCraft or anything like that?
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Steam game, right?
Yeah, I've been playing. No. Well, they might have it on Steam, but I've been playing on console, PS3. I've had a PS3 for 2 years. I never touched it. And I've had the games just sitting there, and I never touched any of the games. And I was like, okay, one day the internet just popped out, and I'm like, okay, I'll try this game out. And I was like, holy crap, it's like a Baldur's Gate, except in third person. This is actually pretty cool. So I actually really got into it, and ended up getting Inquisition, and yeah, the game's pretty amazing. It's amazing how they tie like each game together based off of what you did in the previous games. So that's something I really liked. And when you're playing like a role-playing game, that's something you want to carry on. You don't want to be like, okay, I did this in this game, and then when you play this game, they already have a preset for it. It actually connects to games. So I thought that that was something that was really cool about the game. So that's what I've been doing. I do that usually after I stream for maybe an hour or two, losing sleep and getting like 4 hours of sleep, and then going with my day. And by the time the weekend comes, that's when I'm sleeping in. So that's how I usually do it, because StarCraft is #1 priority, obviously.
Of course, it's
that's been fun.
It's your income. It's your life source for streaming. I'm kind of taking I wouldn't say hiatus. No. I'm waiting for Blizzard to crank out the next patch for balance with StarCraft before I get back to playing, because like I play Zerg.
Okay, let's not get into this argument, because Koreans have been doing just fine without using Swarm host this whole time.
All right. I'm not.
You use Swarm host.
I think users that abuse a Swarm host have kind of dropped in their play, but that's about it. But if you see someone who's well-rounded, kind of like Snoot, you'll notice that he adjusted to it. He's actually using Swarm host still. And it was kind of like what I brought up the last podcast when we brought up the Swarm host, that it's good really late in the game. It's not good mid-game anymore. But if you use it late and use it to harass, it could fly into bases, it could kill things right away. Like point defense drones don't work versus it. And I saw Snoot using it versus some Protoss the same exact way, maxing out, just having a couple Swarm hosts running around, forcing the Protoss to attack because he's always losing something. The Swarm host actually is still, in my opinion, pretty good. You just have to use it in the late game. So I was impressed. I saw him using it that way.
I see what you guys are saying by all means. I'm not saying that balance is an issue. Well, did I say balance was an issue? I am insinuating it. I am insinuating it. What I mean to say is like my playstyle that I prefer, like it's gone forever. But I mean, like, the thing is
Like,
it's, how do I say this? The new Zerg is kind of, it feels weird to me, if that makes sense. That's all. Like,
and like, what does patching have to do anything with playing?
Like it just takes more control to play the new Zerg. Like you can't just send units and units and units and units and hope to win the game. You like
you can't do Viper drags anymore in the Swarm host and things like that.
Yeah.
You have to play a different style. Like I see, for example, like Scarlet not doing as well because of the Swarm host change, but I see people like I said, like Snoot, who are doing just fine. It's just a matter of getting used to it and learning how to use it differently and having those different play styles in the opening.
Do you miss the old Swarm host games that you used to have with Destiny Rough?
If you want them to go for 2 hours, probably. But at least you know when the game's mined out that someone's gonna die and it's not just gonna keep going.
Probably my favorite show match I've ever watched in my life is Rough vs Destiny show match.
Did he? I don't think he used Swarm hosts when I played him. Maybe once out of the 7 games.
I thought they were all late game.
I could be wrong, but I think if anything, I went Sky Terran and Swarm host didn't work. So
yeah, I thought he went like Mass Queen with like 12 Swarm hosts, like most of the games that you went Sky Terran.
I don't mind it. It's interesting to play both styles, so I don't really care so much. Yeah.
all right. So let me think here. How about we start wrapping things up at about 2 minutes? Are you guys doing anything else new with your lives? Going out to say, are you guys going for postgraduate school, graduates? Oh, God, what is wrong with me? Are you guys going to school for your master's degrees? Are you guys getting day jobs or anything like that?
So, the summer I might go full-time StarCraft, depending on the support. If the support's not there, I'm probably gonna find some extra work. As far as school goes, I have half of my master's completed, but I've had half of my master's completed for a good 2 years, 3 years now. And since I haven't gone back, if I did decide to go back, I'd have to get my GRE again, which would be a little unfortunate. And the reason I didn't complete my master's is because financially, it just doesn't work for me, and I couldn't get those grants. I would have to take a loan, and I'm not a loan taker, if you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's just me. I like to avoid loans, and I won't take a loan. So
yeah, I'm lucky to have the mom and dad scholarship, but they won't pay for my master's degree.
Yeah. See, undergraduate, you can get your degree pretty easily. A lot of things are paid for, but once you get up to master's, it's a little bit harder to find that kind of method of payment through your universities and whatnot. So,
all right,
I understand it.
How about you, Kyle? I remember you saying you got accepted to Harvard.
Yeah, so I got accepted to Harvard, but it's like so expensive and so out of my reach of money wise, and like it's like so much money that either I have to become a professional StarCraft player and win every single event, which is impossible, or I'd have to win the lottery, which is probably more tangible than winning every StarCraft event and becoming a professional StarCraft player. So probably we'll go to Harvard. So
Practice for WCS like really badly. So like college is gonna end soon anyway, so I'm just gonna go now because I need to get practicing like really quickly because my practice partner has like limited time.
Okay. So Puck, real quick, shout outs from you.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. Sorry, Kyle, for interrupting you.
no problem.
Congrats on getting accepted to Harvard, and yeah. Thank
But-
you all for tuning in.
I hope you can find some dirty esports money to get that paid for, bro. All right. I have a deal with the devil coming up today. I've got a job interview with a company that, if you guys find out who it is and if I actually accept it, I want to give everyone a quick forenote that The reason why I am taking this job position is because I have to consider my survival, and I'm sick of teaching English here in Taiwan.
Oh wow, you're in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I had no clue. That's awesome.
It's like that's why it's daylight out here, but the job should have like some affiliation with esports, and that's about it. Quick shout outs from everybody.
I guess I'll go. Shout out to my team out there, Team Ascension. They've helped me out. I have a lot of good friends there. A lot of people from IBD. Shout out to David, former manager of IBD, because he was so awesome for everything that he's done on IBD. He actually put a lot of his money into the team, even though it didn't get as successful as needed, which is kind of why it ended up folding. So I'm extremely thankful to him sending me to the events and whatnot. And then also a huge shout out to the fans out there that actually support me on my stream and stuff. So, because without them, I wouldn't be streaming, and I probably wouldn't be continuing StarCraft. So,
all right, Kyle, shout outs from you.
We got less than a minute, so shout out to my team, Lazura Gaming. Shout out to our sponsors, MaxFrag and End of Reality. Shout out to everyone who's a fan out there. I have like maybe one. And just shout out to everyone inside StarCraft, because without this, we wouldn't have new organizations coming in.
All right, shout out to my girlfriend and all my Taiwanese supporters. My girlfriend's been basically sitting here listening to me talk for the past 2 hours with you guys, and I think that's going to bring things to a wrap. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. Thanks for coming on, Jesse.
Thanks for watching, guys.